everyone, today I'll be reviewing this brand new Spanish series just dropped on Netflix, and this series centers around like this kind of post-apocalypse story. We see this group of friends. They were like doing something in this house, but out of nowhere we see, like, when they're in their house, like the outside world, uh, like this kind of like snow falls there, and there's a smell, and we see the whole, not the whole world, I guess some of the mankind died because of this. The air gets so polluted, and same time all the snow falling. So this movie, first few episodes, it is about character figuring out, like as the audience you are also figuring out like what is going on outside, like they're trapped in this house, and like at first they think about everybody probably dead outside, but later on they find out that maybe not everyone is dead in this show. So did I like overall this show? I feel like this show brought a lot to the audience, because the mystery it created outside, like what is going on, you do feel very interested to know like what is going on. But same time, unfortunately, the show did have a lot of like very boring dragging scenes. So because this show is also try to be a survival show, it often they were just wandering around, so made it very boring at the time. And the way it ends, it just left with a lot of unanswered question. I was like, what? It doesn't even show you what is the actual stuff at the end. So that there is some disappointed aspect about this show. The biggest thing about this show is the created this environment. As the audience, you feel engaged to know more about it. And all the characters in the show, I will say they are good. They are, at first you feel like, oh, they are all friends here and doing stuff. But as the show goes on, we learn more about it. I guess I didn't like how at a time the show was really, really boring. That is what I was thinking. I was like, and also I guess the way the show was made, there isn't any decent like jump scare, you know what I mean? Not that everything needs jump scare, but I think a director, he could have added some, at a time you feel like, oh, there is something spooky will happen. Nothing really happened. So I'm not expecting the show will be a huge hit. But at the end of the day, what this show was about, I guess it was interesting, if I'm being honest here. So I'm going to the spoiler. Yeah, so end of the show we learned it was an alien invasion. Yeah, that is what it was. So this show will remind you that, what was it, that alien world of the Z, something like that, although this movie doesn't go to a lot of places, but yeah, so the alien invasion movies are like very predictable usually, I suppose. I'm talking about the Tom Cruise movie. This is kind of have a similar vibe, although I did like the War of the, what is it, the Tom Cruise movie, I forgot the name. I personally did like that movie, but I know a lot of people did not like that Tom Cruise movie. It was directed by Steven Spielberg. So this one, it does have a similar vibe here. But I feel like this movie did look really good. That movie, it's also was very slow paced and boring at a time. That Tom Cruise movie, but the Tom Cruise movie, what made it work is all the characters were interesting. Not that I'm saying this character in the show is not interesting. I'm just saying a lot of people will not finish first 3 episodes because it is kind of dragged a lot. Character trying to figure out, as the audience, I guess you are also trying to figure it out. If you don't know the premise for this show, I was thinking, like, what is going on? All these people are dead and everything. But at the end, some of them are not dead. So, like, what? Yeah, so I feel like the alien aspect about this show was definitely interesting. And all the things was happening, it is also interesting. But I guess end of the day, this show did leave with a lot of unanswered question that I was personally like, whoa, what is going to happen next or something. So this show could come for season 2. But I don't know if this will be hit or not. So I'm excited if they do make season 2. But because I do like some of the answer, Like I didn't get a lot of answers, like why they're here and what is the one with the human and why did they kill all the people, you know what I mean? Yeah, but still this show's production, I think it's from Argentina, it was still quite impressive, I must say. The production design, the way the show looks impressive. So it did have a big budget. Yeah, so I overall thought the show was just okay. It isn't as entertaining as it could have been, but it's not bad. And that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this series? If you enjoyed this review, don't watch other reviews on other show. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.